No, you can't. But is it possible to beat FNaF World up until Sky caught them with only healing moves? To answer that question, we will need to try. So what counts as a healing move? Simple. Any move that gives even just the slightest amount of health back. This includes every move with the pink marker, and additionally, the absolute behemoth that is gift boxes. Now, how are we planning on possibly beating even just a single battle with only healing moves? Well, there is a healing move out there that does just an insane amount of damage, and its name is Party Favor. But it's super weak, so we're just going to be relying on Bites and Chefs to do all the heavy lifting. Thankfully, there are exactly 4 starting characters with healing moves, allowing us to have a full party that we can actually use. These characters are Toy Freddy, Chica, Toy Chica, and Bonnie. Obviously, we can only do so much with Party Favors as our only damaging attack, but it should do fine at the start. So I entered my first battle, and die! Yeah, it's pretty clear we're going to be heavily relying on chips and bites for this challenge. Even if we could outlive the enemies and just rely on Party Favors for damage, yeah, it would just take forever. After purchasing all the bites from the first shop, fights have become a lot more manageable. I decided to go over and fight Auto Chipper, who was thankfully very easy, and after defeating him, I had gotten a fight with Balloon Boy. He's useless. Despite still being stuck with my default party, I decided to go and fight Bouncer, as I had nothing else better to do. But buckle up, cause this ain't gonna be easy. Okay, never mind, that was pretty easy. Up to this point, battles have been rather easy, but just very, very slow. If I want to retain my sanity, I'm going to need to find some better offensive options. The best ideas I have are the UFO bites and the Pizza Fury chip, all located near the funhouse. But when trying to get over there, we meet Siivagunner. Even with my entire party being focused on healing, we're just not able to keep up with the insane strength of Siivagunner. Thankfully, we can get around him by using the subtunnel and Deep Metal Mind. It may not be easy to defeat the enemies here, but, well, we don't have to. We can just run away. Now I was able to purchase the UFO, and with the help of that, and the auto shield chip I secretly got without telling you, I was able to defeat Siivagunner just for the heck of it, and even the Mad Endo guarding the Pizza Fury chip. Before fighting Browboy, I collected the Fertile Fury chip for extra damage. He was pretty easy to defeat, but unfortunately, the same cannot be said for Bubba. He took us out before we could even take half his health. At this point, there's only one thing I can do: grind for better characters. After a bit of grinding, I finally unlocked the first character I could actually use, Withered Chica. Exciting. Hey, but at least it's better than Withered Mr. Beast, who was the next character I unlocked. Now with all the fast coins I obtained, I was able to purchase the XFO, and that plus all the level ups since the last battle gave me the confidence to try being Bubba again. It was quite a struggle, but I was able to beat him with just the Toy Freddy standing. With that being said, there's just no way I'd be able to defeat Pork Patch with what I currently got, so we're going to have to grind again for more characters, and maybe even the boss trainer bites. I was able to unlock Crying Child, Shadow Bonnie, and even Funtime Foxy, finally giving me the gift box ability. I then proceeded to somehow die to some white rabbit. Anywho, after buying Boss Train X, I felt that I was ready to take on Pork Patch. But buckle up, cause this ain't gonna be easy. Okay, never mind, that was pretty easy. Super Goon sure as heck wasn't though. What is it with these goon guys? Thankfully, the rest of the Guardians were rather untroublesome. After beating all those foos, I of course went back to fight Super Goon, but not before spending 20 hours trying to remember who my last party member was when trying to reorganize. And with the power of spamming gift boxes, bro was not tough. It is now time to fight security, but buckle up, cause this ain't gonna be easy. Okay, never mind, that was pretty easy. Now, all that's left to do is beat Scott. The only way we can possibly beat him is by using as much gift boxes as possible and letting the chips and bites do all the damage.
Daring today, aren't we?
I was planning on equipping the endless speed ship so that I could spam bitboxes quicker, but as soon as I entered the portal I realized I forgot to do that. Either way, this is the moment we find out if this challenge is really possible or not. But buckle up, because this ain't gonna be easy. Okay, never mind, that was pretty easy. So I actually ended up beating it on my very first try. I guess this boss just isn't quite as hard as I thought. But hey, at least he did come pretty close to killing me. He got me onto my second party right at the very end. Good job, Scott. Well, this challenge really wasn't as interesting as I thought it might be. But hey, now that I made this video, nobody else will bother wasting their time with it.